What was the name of the first video game you've ever played? Pong. I'm really old. Super Mario. Crash Bandicoot. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Duck Hunt. Is paint a game? Depends. Did you scribble wildly and then fill in all the bits with a fill tool? Of course. Road Rash. Tetris. Hell yeah, with a Game Boy that was gray and heavy enough to be used as a murder weapon. Geez. Might have been Galaga. Might have been Pac-Man. My dad managed a Pizza Hut back when I was tiny, and I recall these tables with arcade games built in. Huge trackballs. Originally a sort of ivory color but grimy with use and/or cigarette smoke. I think Galaga. The first one I recall distinctly is Ghosts and Goblins on the NES. Ah, the old tabletop arcades. Miss those days. Pong. On a Magnavox Odyssey. 1972. It was the first console, and they were so scarce that dealers made you buy a new TV to qualify to buy one. They had a $50 TV. The rig was another $100. Had to have it, and so signed up for a store credit account. My first debt ever. Doesn't sound like a lot, but $150 was rent and utilities for a month. King's Quest II. Echo the Dolphin on Sega Mega Drive. Also had a game called James Pond? Trying to think back feels like a fever dream, monsieur. Yes, James Pond Man. The parody Bond worm-like thing that could jump and extend. Tons of fun. Plays a lot like Mario Brothers but different. Real fun game with quite impressive graphics. Echo the Dolphin is kind of a fever dream, monsieur. Contra. Plants vs. Zombies instant classic. Pong. Wario Land on Game Boy Color. Pokémon Ruby. I think mine was Sapphire. Alex Kidd in Miracle World Sega Master System Race! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! What a game! Master System Kid reporting in. It was all about Roston for me. Pong. Yup, I'm old. Cut the Rope. Time Travel. It's the first game I installed from Google Play Store. Q** Bert. Pac-Man. Our laundromat had one of those arcade machines, and I was always begging my mom for change so I could play it. I had to pull a laundry cart up to it to stand in because it was so tall. Space Invaders. Doom. The original Mario on NES. Combat. It came with our Atari. Same. I always think I want to replay those vintage games because when they were all I had they were great, but kinda hard to go back to Space Invaders when you just finished Horizon Zero Dawn. For real. The nostalgia is strong until you actually boot them up. Then they're just underwhelming. Unfortunately. James Bond Jr. Hidden little gem of a game. Tetris. Probably Golden Axe. Granted, I wasn't around for the release, but my folks had it when I finally did start gaming. Super Mario Bros. Asteroids on the Atari. The original Age of Empires. My grandfather had a lot of older games at the time. Super Mario World. I think it was Super Mario Bros. 3. Tekken 3. It was either Street Fighter 2 Turbo or Super Mario Bros. Day of the Tentacle. Alex in Miracle World. It came free with Master System 2. We played so long, but very rarely got past the first 3 levels. There was one guy at my holidays care that could play it like a god. In hindsight, he was just 12 years old and had better hand-eye coordination. I mean, maybe, but I found it on PSN the other day, and it's as hard as ever. No idea, I just know it was on an Atari. The first one I really remember was Super Mario Bros. 3 with my older brother. I was, of course, Luigi. Roller Coaster Tycoon is the first I remember. It probably was Minesweeper though. Early games. On a 5.25 floppy in an Apple IIC. It was a really basic educational game, but it did teach me letters and numbers very early in life. Number Munchers. No, it was literally called Early Games. But I think I remember Number Munchers. Quick Google. Yeah, I remember Number Munchers now. Early games didn't even have color on the screen. Just varying shades of green on black. Prince of Persia 1989. Same. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Harrier jump jet on a ZX Spectrum, greater than Double Dragon, in an arcade, greater than Super Mario, SNES. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. The earliest I know for sure is Super Mario World, but I'm fairly certain I played a couple of NES games on a friend's console before that. Tiny Toons may be on that list. It's all fuzzy past a certain point. It was either Pokémon Diamond or a Wii game. Regardless, it was probably a Pokémon game. Mario Kart Wii. Same. Space Cadet Pinball on the XP. Man, the hours I spent on the game. 3D Space Cadet Pinball. Not 100%, but definitely something on Atari. Gorillas.ba. The Windows Pinball. I loved this game. Was far from my first video game, but I spent many hours on this one. The Incredible Machine 3. It was my parents, but I enjoyed watching them play, and sometimes I did too. Such a fun game. I need to get myself a digital copy. Forgot about this game, it was so cool. Pong. It literally was the only game in town. Breakout was my second game. My third was Canyon Bomber. After that there were too many to count. We were ushering in the golden age of arcades. It was a glorious time. Not sure. There's a picture of me playing Super Mario World at 1 or 2 years of age. Most likely my dad was making progress and I was dying his second player. By late 2 or early 3 years old I was playing all the games my parents had on SNES. Super Mario World, A Link to the Past, Sparkster, Tiny Toons Adventures, NBA Jam, Super Mario All-Stars. I don't think I beat any of them. Monsieur learned to read partly by mom reading text in Link to the Past. Age 4 I was given Pokémon Red by a cousin. First game I ever beat thanks to the show. My cousin helping me in parts. Strength him. And an old unofficial strategy guide with a bootleg Charizard on the cover. Age 5 beat Link to the Past and Super Mario World myself. Age 6 got N64 for birthday. Rest is history. Cool Borders 2 edit. The OG PlayStation was my first console. The first game I remember playing was Combat on the Atari 2600. I guess I'm old. Want that mode with the bomber against 3 fighters. Press select about 50 times. Went too far. Oh well. Gotta cycle through them again. Lol, nothing like not having a back button. Gorf. Tetris. Snake. Zork. You were eaten by a Gru. GTA Liberty City Stories. I was born in '95 and my brother would load up old DOSBox games from the '90s for me when I was 4/5. Cosmos Cosmic Adventures was my favorite. I loved Wacky Wheels, Carmageddon, Elfland, Hugo 3, Jungle of Doom. Monsieur, I can't for the life of me remember which one came first. Atari 2600 Combat. It was a game with tanks, and it used the paddle controllers rather than a joystick, and biplanes with clouds. Mario Kart Wii. It was probably not this one, but it's what I remember when people say first game ever. GTA San Andreas. PS2. I still believe it's the best GTA game. Also Ratatouille game on PS2 was fucking it. Lit in so many possibilities and really fun. If you've never played it, I feel so bad for you. Mafia 2. GTA 1 on my PlayStation 1. That was a time. At the time it was just called Grand Theft Auto for the PlayStation. Super Mario Bros. Wii. Super Mario 64, Spyro the Dragon, Medal of Honor 2000, GTA San Andreas, Pitfall, Treasure Island Dizzy. As far as I remember, Radar Rat Race. It came with our Commodore 64. Minecraft. I'm not that old. Nintendo's Best Friends. A digital dachshund was my first pet. Ben 10. Spyro. Return to Castle Wolfenstein scared the shit out of me as a kid. Fortnite. What a loser. 'Twas early 2010s. I wanted Minecraft, but alas, I was too poor for it. so I got Blockcraft 3D or something along those lines. Wii Sports. Either the first Super Mario or the first Zelda for Nintendo in the late 80s. Minecraft. Pokémon, Emerald, Burger Time, Atari 2600. Star Glider is the first one I remember. On the Atari Street. Call of Duty. Jack Nicklaus Golf on the TURBOGRAFX 16. Combat or Pac-Man, can't exactly remember which. Minecraft. Paper Mario. Sonic Adventures Battle 2. Probably Tetris on the original Game Boy. Thomas the Tank Engine. One of those shitty Tiger handheld electronic games. If they can even be considered games. No, I wasn't born in the 80s. It's Battleship. Streets of Rage is the first I played, but I didn't really understand much. The Legend of Zelda. Link's Awakening is the first game I really dove into though. Spyro. Nicktoons Plug and Play. Brothers in Arms 2, one of the best first-person, third-person mobile shooters out there. WoW was the first game I ever played but was too young to understand and actually play, so I'd say. Minecraft. Co-op. Gears of War on my friend's Gears of War Xbox 360. Pajama Sam. Glover for N64, which thinking back was a weird introduction to gaming. Donkey Kong Game & Watch. I'm also quite old comparatively. Lofi on the Super NES. Sonic 4 EP1 or Sonic Unleashed, don't remember what was first. I think it was Pinocchio on the SNES. Maybe also A Link to the Past. It's funny, I am not actually old, like I am not even in my mid-20s, but it was Super Mario World on the SNES. Still have it. Wii Sports. Sonic 2 for the Mega Drive. Chucky Egg on the Amstrad. The Beast Game. Cut the Rope. Red Alert. So many good memories. Freddy's Rescue Roundup. It was a Boulder Dash clone for the IBM PC in the CGA days. I called it the Man Game when I was a toddler. EverQuest. Pokémon Leaf Green. I don't remember the names of any of the games because I was about 2/3. But the console was the Smart Cycle, and I loved that thing. Jetpack Joyride IIRC. The Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt 2-in-1 NES cartridge. I think it was Minecraft. I remember my dad trying to teach me how to play Battle City on family computer. Pong. After that, Alex Kidd. It was bloody hard. Lego Marvel Avengers. First PC game I ever saw was King's Quest. God, I loved that game. The first I can remember is Mario on the Super Nintendo and a weird drawing game on that too. Dark Alliance. Dangerous Dave on the school computer. We just called it Mario Ripoff because at the time we didn't know the name of the game. At home on the family computer, CS 1.5 and GTA 1. Internet Flash games. Nostalgia. RIP Adobe Flash Player. Tetris. Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse on Sega Genesis. I'm not quite sure first ever. But first that wasn't edutainment, was Magic Pen, I think, on Bubble Box. Followed by Azul Baronis. Spy Hunter. Lego Star Wars on the GameCube. The Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion. Columns. Pokémon Red Squirtle, and I go way back. Zool. Og Mario. That or something on the Atari. Probably Zork. I don't remember the name, but I had a Furbies game when I was 4 for our first computer. The thing never worked and crashed a lot, but it was the early 2000s. Phone games. Probably Angry Birds. Video games. Halo. Angry Birds. Mario Party DS. Tempest on my Jaguar console. The first one I can remember is Driver 3rd on the first Xbox. Skies of Arcadia. This game made the JRPG lover I am today. Subway Surfer and last game GTA Saw. Karate Champ. My twin and I played the shit out of that game. Hercules on PS1. Love that game. Kirby's Epic Yarn. Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the Xbox. Nothing scared me more than hearing Darth Vader's theme slowly creep up behind me and then seeing the bastard pop up right next to me. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.